The Minneapolis School District has not had in-person classes since the beginning of the pandemic last year. On Monday, they're scheduled to bring back kindergarten and pre-K. Then on Wednesday, first and second grade. A little bit of a break, and then on February 22nd, grades 3 through 5. This afternoon, district officials took us inside one of the schools to show us some of the new safety precautions. At Pillsbury Elementary School in northeast Minneapolis, several classrooms have additional air filtration. Floor stickers guide students which way to go, and in places like the music room, exactly where to stand to remain distanced. There are clear tabletop barriers for teachers, and the lunchroom is more spaced out than it was last year. About 60% of families at Pillsbury have opted for their students to be back in the classroom, while 40% will continue distance learning. Superintendent Ed Graff says that split is largely the same across the district. Before the school tour, a few dozen protesters demonstrated outside with the message that they don't believe Minneapolis schools are ready to safely go back to class.
That we wait until every teacher is vaccinated, every staff member is vaccinated, and then bring students back in open schools.
When asked whether some teachers have refused to come back to the classroom next week, Graff answered that some teachers will be doing distance learning instead of in-class instruction.
We're looking to provide the accommodations, as best as we can. And so if families are wanting to be in person, we need to make sure we're staffing for in person.
For those that are coming back, district officials say they have safety plans for everything, including the bus rides. Lou Raguse, KARE 11 News.
On Saturday, the district is holding a virtual town hall for parents who have questions for administrators about the return to in-class learning.